So for number 1, we have Adam at this point right here, and the rope is 18 feet long. So he can go 18 feet up, down, to the left, to the right, and then he could also go around the shed. So he could go the 9 feet to the right and then 9 feet down, which will create 1/4 of a circle with a different radius than the 3/4 of the circle. And the area of the grass that he could get into is 827 and 1/100 feet squared. And then when Adam is at this point, he could also go 18 feet to the left, 18 feet to the right, and then 18 feet up, which creates half of a circle. He could also go to this point and then down as the first one. And then those two, because since they have the same radius, are half of a circle. And the area of this is 795 and 2/10 feet squared. And then when Adam is at this point, he can go 18 feet up, 18 feet down, 18 feet to the right, and then also turn the corner again, which will create 2 different halves which have the same radius. So it's 1/2 of a circle as well as these two, but they have different radiuses, radii. And then the area for that is 735 and 1/100 feet squared. So for number 2, the area, I created a rectangle, which the area of the rectangle was 40, and then I created different triangles from that and found the area of each triangle and subtracted it from the area of the rectangle, which means that the value that's left in here is the area of this triangle, which is 16. So to shear figure 1, you look at the base, and from this point, you will move it down 2, since it's this distance, and then down. So down 2 and then over, and you will create this point. And then I made this a rectangle again and divided it into different triangles. And I found the area of the different triangles and subtracted it from the area of the rectangle, which equals the same area as the first figure, which is 16. For the second one, since this is the base, this point needs to be moved, and it's the same as what we did up here. So it would be going over 4 and then down 3 to get to this point, which makes a new triangle. I then made a rectangle and found the area of the different 3 triangles in there and subtracted it from the area of the large rectangle, which also gets 16. With figure 3, since this is the base, this point needs to be moved. So it is moved down 5 and then over 5, which creates this triangle right here. And then I also made a rectangle and found the area of these 3 triangles and subtracted from the area of the rectangle, which also gets 16. For number 3, one way to find the area of a trapezoid was I divided the trapezoid into 2 different triangles, and then I found the area of each triangle and added them together, which equals 40, which is the area of this trapezoid. A second way was to double the trapezoid and make it into a parallelogram. And by doing that, you would need to find the area of this whole figure. It would be A plus B, which is 4 plus 12, to equal 16. And then times the height, so 16 times 5 is 80. And then since you only want the area of this one, you would divide it by 2 and it would get 40, which is the same area as the one above.